Good morning, Standard 5 students. Today in this class, we will discuss about the questions of E and F, chapter 12. So, let us start with question number E. In earlier class, we have discussed about the 4 questions. So, we will start here short answers with question number 5. So, what is question number 5? Name some soluble and insoluble impurities of water. So, you know that two types of impurities are present in the water. That these are insoluble and soluble. Soluble impurities are those which are mixing with the water and we cannot see them. And insoluble impurities are that do not mix with the water. So, some soluble impurities are salts of different chemicals that can dissolve in water. And insoluble impurities are sand, gravel, stone, dust particles, etc. They settle at the bottom of the container when we mix it and we leave it undisturbed. Question number 6 is what is humidity? So, the amount of water vapor present in the air is known as humidity. No? We know that if the water vapor is more in the air, we say it is humid weather. And when water vapor is less, then we say dry weather. So, this is the amount of water vapor. Question number 7 is how do we make use of air pressure? So, air pressure is very important. It is present in the air all the time. Air has exerts pressure over all the things present in the atmosphere. So we make use of air pressure in a doctor's syringe for filling ink in a pen and sucking liquid through a straw. So let us see how they are used. In this you can see syringe. When we push up the piston, then what happens? All the air goes out from the this glass tube of the syringe, and after that you see that on the liquid atmospheric pressure is working. So this atmospheric pressure working on the liquid pushes the liquid inside the syringe because inside this is empty. No? So what this atmospheric pressure falling on the water let the medicine to enter inside the empty syringe. Now next we will see about dropper also same thing. First in the dropper we see there is a rubber bulb and we press the rubber bulb. This rubber bulb is placed here and after that what happens? Rubber bulb become this glass tube of the dropper becomes empty. But we know that the medicine or ink, whatever you are taking the liquid in the container, atmospheric pressure is falling over this liquid. So this atmospheric pressure falling over the liquid let the liquid to enter into the tube because the tube is empty. We have removed the air by pressing the rubber tube. Now next we will see in the straw. Same process is there also. When we suck the straw, then what happens? When we suck the straw becomes empty. The air inside the straw becomes reduced. So air pressure reduced inside the straw and atmospheric pressure is falling over the liquid. Whatever liquid we are drinking, the atmospheric pressure is falling over the liquid and this liquid due to atmospheric pressure enters the straw and we can drink the liquid present in the container. Now next is answer this question F. So we will see first number, write a note on composition of air. Composition of air means what are the components present in the air that we have to discuss. So the air we breathe in consists of various gases. We know air is a mixture of many gases. So it is a mixture of different gases. So the air in the Earth's atmosphere is made up of approximately 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Air also has small amounts of lots of other gases too, such as carbon dioxide, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, helium and hydrogen. It also contains water vapor. So let us see about the composition of air. You can see here nitrogen is shown in the blue color in this picture and it is 78%. That means most of the part of air is occupied by nitrogen. Oxygen is shown in red color, that is 21%, and carbon dioxide and other gases are shown in yellow color. So carbon dioxide, water vapor and other gases only has 1% part in the air. Now let us see about the next question. Second number, how does water vapor form in the atmosphere? We know that atmosphere contains water vapor also. So, how it is formed, how water vapor is formed in the atmosphere. So, let us see. The evaporation of water from the surfaces of sea, river, oceans and lakes, all the water bodies evaporate during the daytime due to the heat of the sun, and they result in the formation of water vapor. So, all these water vapor mixes in the atmosphere. Now, next is third number question. What are the properties of air? So, we know that air is, the main properties of air are, air has weight. We see that when balloon be filled with air, the balloon becomes heavier than the empty balloon. Second is air, we cannot see air. It is colorless, tasteless and odorless. So, when we see around us everywhere air, but we cannot see air because it is colorless. It is tasteless because when we breathe in, some air is also going inside our mouth, but we cannot feel any taste. And odorless means no smell is also coming from the air. We cannot smell it. Pure air you cannot smell. If any smell will mixes with the air, then only you can smell it. Next is air occupies space. Now we see that when we fill the balloons with by blowing through our mouth, then what we see, the size of the balloons increases. No? That means the air takes up space and balloons become bigger in size. Next is air exerts pressure. So you know air exerts pressure on the walls of the balloon. When we blow and we continue blowing, then what happens? If atmospheric pressure is constant, their atmospheric pressure remain constant, and inside the balloon, if air pressure, we will continue to blow, then air pressure inside the balloon will increase and balloon will burst. This also shows that air exerts pressure on the walls of the balloon also. Now, question number 4 is, what are the uses of air? So, air has many uses. Without air, we cannot survive also. So, first of all, the most important thing for all living thing is that air helps us in breathing. Without air, we cannot survive. Any living things cannot survive on this earth. Second is, air is needed for burning. Without air, anything will not burn. We cannot cook the food also. Any fuels cannot be burnt without oxygen. Now, next is, air is used for filling tires, pillows, etc. We fill the air in tires and pillows. Air is filled in the rubber boats to help them in floating. Rubber boats are also floating due to air. It makes them light and it floats. Air is filled in the footballs and basketball that we use in playing. Air helps birds, aircrafts, hot air balloons, etc. to fly. So, they are flying due to the presence of air. Next is, we make use of air pressure in a doctor's syringe for filling ink in a pen and sucking liquid through a straw. This is the use of air pressure. Wind is a form of energy. It turns the blades of windmills to generate electricity. So, a hard blowing wind can turn the blades of windmills, and that help us to produce electricity. Now, you can see hot air balloons are there. These are flying due to the presence of air only. Question number 5. What are two processes to remove soluble impurities from water? So, we know that soluble impurities mixes in the water. We cannot separate it by filtration because it is dissolved in the water and we cannot see also. So, it can be removed from water by evaporation and distillation. So, what is evaporation? In the process of evaporation, the liquid evaporates into vapor and leaves behind the solid in the vessel. So, we can collect the solid from the vessel. Second is the process of purifying water by first boiling it and then condensing the steam is called distillation. First we boil, then water liquid changes into vapor, and then vapor is cooled so that it condenses to form water or liquid, whatever liquid we are taking. So, this process is called distillation. So, let us see about the pictures of these processes. You can see in this picture. So, in this picture we have taken the solution of common salt and water. You can see here solution of common salt and water is heated by the burner, and you can see water evaporates, and in the second picture it is shown that the solid residue is left in the container. Solid residue, common salt is left behind in the container. We can collect the solid residue. Now, next is distillation. In the process of distillation, you can see by the burner we are boiling the liquid, or liquid is changing into first water vapor, and after that this vapor is condensed in the condenser with the help of cold water, and it is collected in the another beaker in this beaker, it is collected in the another beaker, and from that beaker we take the liquid, collect the liquid. So thank you students. Today we will discuss this much. In the next class we will discuss more questions of this chapter 12. Thank you all of you again. Thank you.